Discord new designs and updates. So I guess we'll start with the most easiest topic of this one. It's new design. If you haven't noticed, Discord's logo is very, very different. For example, its new icon. If you go onto your app or your phone of it, look at you can tell that it has new vibrant colors and stuff. A lot of people don't like a lot of people. Post editing me will put some screenshots. Basically. It does look good. It does look like a chip nail. I don't know. I like the original design more better, to be honest. I liked how there was openings and stuff. But the reason why people don't like this a lot is just it doesn't look right, to be honest. It feels more I don't know how you say it, just more honky, I guess.
Yeah. But the colors are kind of gradient, honestly.
Basically,
I can see it's more vibrant, but
it's Microsoft, basically.
Yeah.
See, I just don't like the colors, to be honest. I'd like the original colors to be back.
I mean, I like the appearance, what they're trying to do to make it more modern, but I don't like how it's a new color called Blopal, basically blue and purple together. Don't like that name as well.
No, just
I mean, I like what they're trying to do, but it's not working for me because I'm on a phone mostly, but yeah.
I'm just so used to the old design of it. Probably because how long it's been. I've been using Discord, but I don't know. If you go to Twitter, I know Twitter's toxic, but if you go on there, you can see many people's reason. Alright, I'll see you later, Ghost.
See you later, Ghost. Yeah. Here's a good wiki stop by. Let's keep it going. Oh, you just stopped.
Just look on. Basically,
let's keep it going.
You can just see people reminded of it. For example, if you look on here. People hate how it's getting more simple and simple. Which is fine. It makes people use it more easier. But it doesn't look great. For example, lettering. Let me I'll put it in post editing, but let me share Grim. The thing I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's fair. Go ahead. Take a look at it. I'd take it.
The image. Okay. Basically, people don't like it because how choppy it looks like, but also because it just doesn't look right. Anything else to it? Let me see if we can get a clear image. Oh, Grim, what do you think about it?
I still, like I said,
you like it or?
I'm kind of gray area on it, but I'm leaning towards how I dislike it for a number of personal reasons, such as, it's killing my phone. Because the update just made it more heavier, and I have to uninstall apps that I need to keep. And that's problematic. Second, the new color, it's okay, but I don't like the naming sake for it. And they're trying to modernize Discord, which I also like, but I still dislike the design of it. The design
I just don't like the idea they go with. The whole thing was fine, to be honest. It was wrong.
But they're trying to improve themselves. Yeah, but they're trying to.
If you look at their tweet about it, they're saying it's we're trying to make it look better and stuff because people were making fun of it.
They're making fun of this now.
Yeah. No point of doing that if it's the opposite of what you planned it to do. And probably needs to make it look friendlier. They do a good job to make it friendly, I guess, but you just no.
Yeah,
send you the thing, right?
Yeah, and like I said, they're trying to modernize it because they come going into the next generation. So and people still use this app. So like they're trying to do a whole new thing with a whole new concept of their app, and it's working at the same time it's not. So
All right,
like,
guess we'll move on to the other Discord things.
yeah, that was actually pretty good.
One person point out on Twitter just how if you're using normal Discord, it just doesn't look right at all.
Yeah.
For example, big example of this actually
Yeah.
is reactions. They made reactions where they look more popped out, I guess, which technically it does make it easier because now you're able to see them more easier. Problem with that now is that it just doesn't fit with the background with any theme of it, because you can definitely tell like the spot of it. So it makes it more easier to see, but now you see it, it just doesn't look right. Basically, what I'm saying.
That's fair.
Well, let's talk about something good about Discord. Stage update. If you can, we're using a Stage podcast, or not Stage podcast, Stage channel. If you're if you're not caught up to Discord that much, basically what it is, it makes it easier to do podcasts. What you can do is just, I guess I'll just edit examples of this, but basically, you're able to make a topic, or the owner, or stage moderators too, are able to make a topic, and after they make that topic, anyone can join, anyone. And what they can do is that the moderator or the owner can move people into the speaking thing. That allows them to speak while people listen. This makes it really easy to do podcasts live on Discord. So if someone wants to join and ask us a question like earlier, they can do that. And it doesn't like have trouble people just joining in, just like starting learning our words.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think this channel was originally meant to just be a podcast channel. Because you can't stream in this channel. You can only listen in.
Outside, I guess, technically, quote unquote. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure this was just meant for meetings or something. If you don't know, Court, people use any type of app that allows them to connect with people or do stuff. For example, school, meeting family. I guess some people do use Discord because it fits, I guess, connects with them people more depending on the type of person they are. So I guess this is also used for like class meetings and making sure that no one can disobey stuff. For example, if I was a teacher and I was using Discord for some reason, or like a class meeting, I probably would want like this, some type of format like this, where the teacher can only speak, but they can also move students in to speak. So that's very good. Of course, if the teacher wants to, but I'm pretty sure they won't, because the whole point of Discord is a gaming channel. Or gaming.
Yeah, but recently they moved past the gaming part.
Basically,
community for fans and family, mostly friends. They moved past
they made it more easier for people to understand, which leads it to the next thing we're going to talk about, Discord. The freaking update to make this. So I'm pretty sure they only did this just because of the same reason, quarantine. Basically, they made it very, very easy to own a server. I don't mean like to get people in it, right? No, I mean like roles, channels, that stuff. They made it very easy to create now, like manage it. For example, this role can speak here and that's real, but this role can't. They made that really easy on here now. So I'm guessing this is just same reason what Grim said.
Yeah, but now that I think about it again, they like I said, it goes back to the friends thing. They're making it more simple so people can make a community, so they can draw more people in and get their app more. I mean, it's already popular, but they make it more popular through that way, you know?
Yeah, no, that's
what I think.
And of course, there's not that major of a change. If you're just a person that joins server and stuff, you won't notice the difference, which is why I'm not going to speak about it that much and probably move on to the next topic, because it's not really that big, to be honest. It's only for server owners, but that's all. If you're a person that doesn't really like owning a server and just joining them and stuff and talk with people, This is probably gonna be useless.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's a big change for owners and owning people, but
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, like getting communities together. Yeah, but if you aren't like an owner or you aren't interested in becoming one, or even if you're if you don't want to be admin stuff, this is just it's just extra stuff basically. Not really anything too big.
yeah, that's fair.
All right. You ready for the next topic?
Yeah, sure. Shoot.
Sweet. All right. Next epic topic. Let's see. I can still use the wheel thing, so I'll use that.
How many we got again?
We have 2 more. Be just the score.
Okay.
But gonna be
Mini
that.
podcast.
I call this a mini podcast. Probably gonna tell the video too, because it's just it has normal podcasts. They usually have multiple topics to bounce off, or like a series or franchise. But mini topics is just basically just this, either because you just want to discuss little things, or just you want to talk about things quickly.
Yeah.
So now we have 2 options. I'm gonna see which one. All right. That's the topic of. All right, you might like this one. PC versus console. So
Okay,
context.
so E3 is last. I knew it. PC versus console.
I guess it's a pretty obvious topic. There's no real context, but I guess if we want some context, PS5 and X, but mostly Xbox Series X or S. Their graphics, their memory, well not memory, but like graphics, control wise, and that stuff. It's really starting to resemble a PC, especially because the whole design of it is literally just a box and touching it to your monitor or TV. It's really becoming close to a PC. So I will let Grim take away on it.
To be fair. Okay, let me scratch my head. But to be fair, to be honest with you, in that as well, I say this: PC and consoles have always had this real relationship of being incredibly similar to each other, but one being more superior to each other. Well, the obvious choice being the PC being superior and the console being inferior. But let me move it forward. The thing is that consoles have always had a trend of trying to be more of a PC and maybe a laptop if you're stretching it, because PCs are really all the future of gaming in some cases, because they can handle emulation. You can emulate older games with different consoles on there. You can play games from other consoles that are official on there, and most importantly, you can play any game as long as that's more cheaper on there, for the most part. And consoles actually are more expensive to get as a console, but the games on there are more expensive because new ones don't come out until like years later, and that's the thing. What I'm trying to say is that consoles really are.
They become
harder.
They become better, a lot better than like their previous thing. But the thing is, it takes a long while because they have to make it not different per se, but they have to make it where it's like you should buy this because this is way more different than, well, not like really different, but at least has more benefits than the older version of it.
Yeah, exactly. And thanks, Sting. The thing is that Microsoft, let's take Microsoft for example, are a tech company, and they already make PCs. The thing is, and they already have Windows, but the thing is, with their new Xboxes recently, even the S and the X, mostly the S, they are starting to become, the S is starting to become a mini laptop, and the X is starting to become a mid-range gaming desktop.
Basically,
yeah.
I think one thing that differs besides it, also thank you, Grim, is that like the biggest thing that differs from it is just just what you're able to do on it. Consoles are known for being bad, not because like their software is bad or anything, but just because their limitations. Remember, you can only play games that the companies let you play or do deals with. For example, their main franchise, third parties or indie games. You don't really have a lot of options on console because, like I said, they're usually monitored by the companies that own them. So
And you know what's the funny thing? Xbox Series X, and I think the S, is usually does have emulation. They recently started inducting
recently,
emulation, but
yeah.
like it's so funny that they actually starting to imitate actual PCs now
it's just like
and laptops.
that's the sad thing about it is that PCs are always going to be better, not because of it's like what it's able to do and stuff, but it's like what is because of what they're able to do, but not because of like because it's able to run this. It's just because you have so many other so many options to do on PC.
Yeah,
Console,
and waited
you're
down the
limited
long
to like
despite
things.
and despite the PC's price, honestly, it's like they still worth it in the long run because like a console will be by the time a console comes out, it'll
It
be
has a life.
already another
I guess you
console
can say,
out. Like
yeah, because with the console, it has a lifeline, sadly. Like after
Yeah.
amount of years, you're probably gonna get bored. Not bored of it, but the developers are probably just gonna stop working on it and start working on the new console, which usually it's not that bad, but if it's one of those things where the games aren't like coming out as quickly, or there's not a lot of new releases coming up, then that's the problem. Because you're gonna not have like a lot of things to look forward to.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's sad. Like I say a lot, but that's the thing. It's sad, very sad that it's becoming that much of a similarity. It's just the only difference I could say is that they're starting to become. In a few years' time, a console is still starting to become obsolete because, like I said, it's like the PCs are kind of being out in terms of what they can do rather than what a console can do. And honestly, consoles are becoming PCs. It's not the other way around.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I guess, yeah, PCs are better in general. Not in general, but
Yeah.
just what you're able to do with them.
They have more
I guess
advantages.
the one most popular thing I've been hearing a lot is just like the amount of games you can have, like fan games, for example. Of course, consoles won't let fan games go into their console because, they're literally fan games, just not really anything unique. But they're still fun to play, right? So,
Right.
and
Yeah.
also you're not able to get games from anywhere else besides their own store. For example, PC has Steam, Epic Game Store, and even like online websites. Like, I guess one of them is like, I forgot that place that has like a lot of fan games.
And there's another case. They also have a lot of, well, like just say,
Mods.
just to say for simplicity's sake, emulation games, mods. You
Yeah,
can
I forgot
try
about that one too. Mods. You're able to mod any game. Well, if you try to do it on console.
Somehow, even though they stopped supporting Flash, people found a way to get Flash games still on the PC. It's just hard to do, but it's still possible through some through some download.
I was thinking about like the website I was trying to mention before. GameJolt. There you go.
Yeah.
I know.
The thing is,
it's all limited.
Yeah. Consoles will always be limited, but people have a different preference because PCs are too much out of their price range sometimes. It's mostly it's not even games. It's just price range because PCs will always be more expensive. So consoles are a different alternative to a PC because of price and because people have a preference.
But also it's because like people like consoles because of what they give. You. For example, controllers. Exactly. I think that's like one of the famous ones. Controllers are just really good to play with. Yeah. Of course, I'm not saying PC and keyboard, not PC. Mouse and keyboard aren't bad or anything, but just saying sometimes like game franchises or anyone like that just like making consoles which are really good sometimes, like really good. So
yeah, I love that. I like it. I love it. The thing is, I like saying this a lot. The thing is, you know, in the end, I think consoles still have a chance. They always will, but in the long run, like I mentioned, I don't think they're gonna last. Honestly, because they keep just switching up every single time, each generation or each few years to a decade at least.
but also, I guess one advantage is their main franchise games. A
Yeah,
very popular example is Nintendo. How none of their Mario games are hitting PC, Xbox, or PlayStation 5. They're like very limited on their resource.
yeah. The only case of Mario being on another system is mobile, and that's because of
It's
its
mobile.
portability, basically.
All right.
And it's and well, just to end this off, because I feel like we're about to move on, but exclusivity is really important. But like, it's not gonna last forever. It's gonna last for a long while, but not forever. And that's how I end it on my side.
All right. Okay. So our final topic, and no need for a wheel because we have one more, is E3.
Yeah.
Nothing really controversial. Just want to talk about the. I guess I'll put questions on here to talk about. I guess the first easy
Yeah, okay.
question is, what do you want from E3?
I want games, but let me stop joking
specific.
around. Let me stop joking around. I was just joking. Well, I want the new Halo game to come out. I want more information on it because they mentioned it, but they only gave us a trailer and a preview and actual gameplay for a little bit and the cliffhanger. And most importantly, I want to see more on that because they said it's gonna come out sooner or later in the year. And I hope E3 can announce that. I want to see what they can do with that. Another game I want, besides Master Chief, which is Halo game, is a new Nintendo IP, I guess, or an old one that gets renewed. I want to see what they can do with that and see if they bring back some old games or puts in more emulated games. Not when I mean emulated for Nintendo, I mean like games that like NES, SNES, like games like those they already have. I want them to put like N64 games back on the Switch. So like games like those, like just so the people can play them and experience them as well. Not like locked behind like a $60 paywall like the 3D All Stars, which is fun, but still a limited release, which is stupid. But yeah, that's my two games I want. Like one from Nintendo, one from Microsoft. I don't know about Sony, but Sony, I talk about it in a second. I just want to hear my friend Dank's side.
I guess one thing that I really want to hear from E3, or one, I guess, in this case, is just I hope they're releasing games that are like this year. Because so far we got really good game announcements from like other directs or live streams, which they are really good games. The problem is they're not coming out this year, or not. If not out this year, then it's like probably the late end of the year. Which yeah, I can be patient, but the thing is, the problem. This is a very strong problem with Xbox Series X and the PS5, where yes, they are very good consoles, but the games that they were announced with, they do not have anything out right now with them. So, for example, Grim was saying
concrete.
that Halo thing. Yes, we are all excited for it, but the thing is, that's what's making people get the PS5, the Xbox Series X. But if that game is coming out very late, or we don't have any information about it yet, no one's gonna buy the Xbox Series X until they know when the release date is out or if it's soon. So.
Yeah. And the only reason people are buying a PS... Oh, sorry for cutting you off, but...
I'm just hoping that there's release dates announced for this year. And I'm not saying like, oh, I hope they release the release date. No, I'm saying like, I hope the release date is like this year. And my second thing is just wanting more first-party games, to be honest. This goes for mostly Nintendo. They've been releasing games, yes, but the thing is, all of them were not third parties per se, but weren't really mainly for playing for long. For example, Pokemon Snap. It's a really good game, but the thing is, it's just $60 for a game that's not even mainstream. Not mainstream, but
taking pictures is kind of fun.
It is fun. How do you say it? I just want games like, I guess, like Pokemon Shield or Well, not Pokemon Shield. I don't know Pokemon Shield went, but
Pokemon Legends.
Pokemon Legends, like
Games
something like that, basically. Something part of like the main franchise, not like I guess Hyrule Warriors, where it's not really like a main thing or something, just like a third party or
Yeah.
how you call those games. But it's basically the same thing with Mario Sports. I like the idea a lot. I really
Oh, you mean like a sub franchise? You
sub
basically describe it as sub
sub game.
franchise.
There you go.
Yeah.
Where it's like yes, it is part of the main franchise, but it's not really a main game.
Yeah.
For example, the disappointing release on the 3DS, the Metroid Prime Soccer Ball game. Yes, it is Metroid
They
Prime
had
technically.
that?
Yeah, they actually did have that. Technically, yes,
Oh.
it is Metroid Prime, but it's not what we want. It's not really a main game. It's more like a sub game to play with friends with soccer. It's really just soccer, but with aliens. Well, not even aliens. I'm pretty sure it's just machines. I'm basically
So
saying
weird.
I want something part of like a main adventure, main game, like a new Mario game. Yes, we had Odyssey, but it's been like a while now.
And we had Bowser's Fury. I'm never gonna be able to say that right, but
I guess Bowser Fury technically count, but it was more of a sub part of the 3D world thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't really
yeah, it was a side thing. Yeah.
like I liked
Still
it, but it was more like a collectathon more than a main
Yeah.
like platform.
Just to say this right now, the PS5 people going back to the one of the previous things we were mentioning. The PS5 why people are buying that more is because they actually that one Spider-Man game, Miles Morales, that came out. That's the only new one besides a few others, but that's one of the notable ones. That's why people are buying a PS5 more. They want to play that game because it's actually a new IP, a new game based off of and it's basically a sub sequel. And the thing is, I think I can see why people are buying PS5 more because they have more. I wouldn't say IPs in this sense, but more games like
Have
first
more
party
games
games.
coming out in the future, yeah. More
Yeah,
games coming out in the
exactly.
future, or games they already had in PS4 they can play right now on it.
Yeah.
The thing is, they make the PS4 games look actually more better on the PS5. So there
Yeah.
is
The Xbox
difference
Series
of playing
X,
PS4 games.
however, has the advantage in terms of the Game Pass and its backwards compatibility because that's what they were known for. They still are. Like they do have a better hardware advantage and sometimes a software advantage, but PS5 has, for the most part, software advantage and mostly a customer loyalty advantage. So
Yeah.
it's people and games versus hardware and past games. Basically, it's really gamers against games and hardware against software and people. It's very confusing, but it's what it is right now for PS5 versus Xbox Series X/X. I'm an S. My bad.
Also, hold up. I'm gonna send you a picture of my alt real quick, showing how it looks like for the podcasting.
Okay. Wait, you need to send it to me just to clarify right quick.
Just to show you what I mean earlier before we start the recording.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
So that's on top of it, like on top of the servers or channels. So when people
Still have
click
the
on
link
the
to
server,
Nintendo. That's funny. Because you have
Alright.
the link is all the way up there on your thing. I forgot I had a link to the past thing. So
ready for the next question?
Yep. yeah,
What
so
do you expect from E3?
I guess
Not
they
want,
expect
but like, what are you expecting they're gonna do on there?
I'm expecting them to reach, like I mentioned this on many other servers, but I wanted them to reach not just gaming companies are not just attending, the Vita is attending as well, for example. And
But
they are
what do you
known for
expect?
their graphic. From the Vita, I'm expecting them to do a new graphics card or something like that.
Because I'm guessing because they're graphic card company.
Yeah, the
Not
Vita
graphic card,
graphics
but
card. Yeah,
their specialty on it.
yeah.
I think we
And
both
most
say
and I found out when I showed those articles to you just to give people clarification. I've been sending gaming news on our server. However,
for
the
sure.
thing is that I found out, however, that there's been other companies that not just gaming and tech companies. There's been some support companies in relation to gaming, but they mostly support companies that are attending. And there's some hosts and there's developers And I've been trying to figure out why that is, but that's because since it's E3, they're trying to get their products out and spread their name out. And what I expect from that, this is what I expect. I expect them to do a good job, and I expect them to, well, basically, well, let's say become popular and basically unleash a new product that can blow the socks off people, basically, so to speak.
Or try.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably what they're gonna do, most likely. What I'm suspecting is what everyone's thinking right now, and there's like a little chance of them not announcing a Smash character, so I'm going with that. Of course,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't want it, but I have a high feeling they probably are gonna announce it. So.
Yeah. I would expect them to do some new game modes, but I don't. That's kind of unrealistic, but a man can hope and expect that.
I think another thing is just like to expect from it. It's just like Halo 5. I know I have a really good feeling they're gonna announce that release date.
You mean Halo 6?
Halo 6, sorry. Halo 5.
It's all good.
Some new info about it because I think, when was the last time they said something about Halo 6?
Probably like beginning of this year, last year. That was the last time I checked. And honestly, they just gave teasers of it, like after the fact. My bad.
I know at least one of the franchises. I don't know who. Maybe Sega or maybe
Bandai Namco is also
Bandai Namco. Very cool. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the name, but I forgot what they called after. I expect at least one of these companies to at least announce like a first party game.
Yeah, I heard, like I said to you earlier, like a few days ago, 2 weeks ago, I want Bandai Namco to actually unleash that Big Protocol game, because they've been talking about it. That was one of the MMORPGs they've been developing. Because apparently, just to say this as a little mini thing, some companies have been discussing on free-to-play games as the future, because apparently, like Ubisoft, for example, they've been discussing it because apparently they're switching to a free-to-play format for some, but not all, and they're making RPGs or other free-to-play games off it, because free-to-play games really are good and people are dedicated to that type of stuff. So yeah, but going forward, yeah, I can see what you mean by that thing.
Oh yeah. I guess one last thing we can talk about is that but basically when E3 happens, usual stuff. What's one disappointing thing they're gonna do, or not but you're gonna expect it to happen?
I know from what I've seen, I know Sony and EA are not attending, so I can't say anything like that. But for Microsoft and Nintendo, I know I expect a game. I wouldn't expect a new or old one. I just expect a game.
I expect a port out of them. To be honest, just like a old game.
Yeah.
For example,
actually,
I think Nintendo did on the last Direct is that they announced Zelda Skyward Sword HD. The thing is, so far, it looks like the game hasn't changed at all. The only thing that has changed is like the UI, but that's all. Like none of the.
And somewhat, I can tell the graphics are a little updated, because they usually do comparison videos on some videos,
of course, yeah.
From some games. And it does have a slight graphics change.
It's basically like Super Mario 64, or like the bundle of it. Where yes, they do change like the life icon, the icon of life or health.
Yeah,
but
and the
that's
shading
really it. There's like nothing else.
Stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm expecting that. Another thing I'm expecting is they announce like a game that's not even that important for many of these companies. Now, I'm not saying like a first-party game or a third-party game at that. It's like a small indie game or something. I'm not saying indie games are better, but
Take Castle Crashers for example. That's an indie game, and that was actually good and bad, but good. Good
Oh no,
for
it's
people that
good
want to
because
play
it's
it,
fun playing, right? But like the
but
thing
it's
is,
bad.
too
It's
many
bad when you consider that indie games and like are not really represented all that well.
yeah, because indie games, the whole point of them is that you're able to play any well, not any console or any PC, but just they're simple. They're not like main franchise or like anything like.
Yeah, and there's way too
Problem with
many
that,
of them that are like out there, and they represent very badly in terms of which ones are true indie games. But there's
for
no true indie
example,
game.
I guess like a bad example of this is like instead of how the problem with them is that they have like no control, not no control, but like the control for able to get a game in the eShop is very low. For example, last year I'm pretty sure they had a game on sale for eShop for like $10, but it was literally just a game made on Unity. It's just a person with a gun shooting blocks and stuff. It's like a level system stuff, which is not that great because it's just a guy with a gun shooting blocks and that's all, nothing much.
Yeah,
Because
it's sad.
basically turning into like the Steam shop where like its quality control is like turning really bad. Of course, I'm not saying like
Yeah.
indie games being in the eShop is not bad, but there's a point where if you have too much, it's like pretty hard to represent what's in what games you can play on it if all of them are available on any console.
Wait, before we end this topic up, I actually have a question of my own because I wanted the chance to say something or ask something. In
Alright.
terms of E3, what do you think is gonna wow you? This is just a personal thing. What do you think is gonna be
Well, it depends
the
what,
best thing?
like
Like,
excited or like
what is the
happy
one you?
or like wow, I can't believe they did this.
Yeah, basically that. Basically that.
I know,
Because
but
I
what
always
do you
want
mean?
your personal opinion. I mean, I want your personal opinion. What do you think E3's going? What do you think the main goal of E3 is gonna be for you as the gamer?
I think.
What you gonna?
Well, we're both gamers.
Yeah.
I mean, by you,
Yeah, I know
the
that, but
gamer.
like, yeah, but like, just to say your personal opinion on what you see from that. So,
I just hope they just, like I said, I do want new games, but I just really hope they give us like a release date info of the new games they have or announced back then. It would be cool to get a new franchise game, but like besides that, I just want info and stuff that we haven't
yeah,
got.
just to recap what I said earlier, I want the same thing as you, but I want from what I want to see from E3 as a gamer, I want to see improvement. I want to see a change.
Sorry, but why do you keep saying from a gamer?
I don't know. I just don't have any other word to describe it. You want me to say the people? The people?
From me. the my perspective from me, not gamer. As a gamer.
I mean, yeah.
See this.
As a gamer. As a
like,
yeah,
there's
there's
no
no
way
other
you can
way
use
I
it, I guess it's just saying, just from the perspective, like someone like me, I guess, not gamer.
I mean, yeah, but how is it supposed to work? That it's like tile. It's like tile.
As a perspective from me, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
you don't have to use
I mean,
it, but I mean, it just doesn't sound right when you say as a gamer.
I mean, yeah, the wording is kind of wrong. I could have said that, but I wasn't
As a
thinking
gamer,
that.
I expect this.
As a gamer, as a gamer.
Alright, but what are you gonna say?
Yeah, but like I said, as a gay, I can't say.
Just say from me.
From me as a king. Okay, from me, I am basically hoping. I want improvement. I want to change, and all I want to say is, I can't say it, but I can say this: as a gamer, I just want, well, to see things work out in the end, and mostly see good games come out and not trash. That's all I want, and I don't want trash to come out. No offense to the games out there. It's been a good year. I just don't want to see like copies or stuff like that. You know?
Yeah. No, I see what I mean.
I think that was a good topic, right?
That was our final topic. Yeah. The end.
Yeah. The end.
Oh, I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. I'm probably gonna upload this like soon. I just have to I know this isn't meant for you, Grim, but I have it where it's black background because what I'm probably do is just like pre-record some gameplay of something and just put it as the background.
That's cool. If you guys can hear me, I am Grim, and I did not use profanity. Not, well, I don't know how to word this because I'm tired, but I did not use profanity. I am a genius. I don't know why I said that last part, but I am.
Profanity. So I mean,
Yes, I am successful.
all right. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess we'll see you. I mean, I don't know when. I'm pretty inactive on my YouTube channel right now, so I mean, I don't know when you guys are gonna see me again.
Yeah, we're probably gonna see him in a few years when he's at Dunkin' Donuts. Why
Probably.
did I say that? That's like something like I would do.
All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Peace.
See ya. Is that all?
I'll be the bad guy now.